in my opinion. I think that's what sets him apart from a lot of rappers, because it's one rapper in particular. I feel bad by saying it, so I'm not gonna say it, but he one of the Lils, okay, from Atlanta. That might give it away. His voice is so annoying to me. So annoying. Oh my God. And it's just like, please be quiet. And it's like, you can actually like the song. It can be a bop, but it's like, yeah, it's no more, no more, no more. It get old quick. But Jeezy has the voice, kind of like a Kanye or Jay-Z. Both of them, you know the voice. They got the voices. So I did enjoy hearing about how he ended up on Kanye's song You Can't Tell Me Nothing, because he made that song. Okay, he made that song. And if you didn't know, you would think at first that it was Jesus' song, but it wasn't. It was actually Kanye's song. And Jeezy really, he don't have a verse on there or nothing. It's just his ad libs. Ha ha. It's just ad libs. So I love that. And You Can't Tell Me Nothing was one of my favorite songs off that album. I think it was Graduation by Kanye West. But they have a few songs together. He was on So It's Not So Amazing. It's Amazing. And of course, Put On for my city, on for my city. And that song has about 3,100 remixes, okay? So, yeah, that's a good one. That's a classic. I also associate him with that, other than, his ad-libs. Ha Gangsta Grizzlies. I know he don't say Gangsta Grizzlies. I know that's DJ Drama. But him and DJ Drama have I guess, a rich history, several albums under their belts together, albums and mixtapes. DJ Drama is the Gangsta Grizzlies, and him and Jeezy have all of the Trap or Die collaborations. They may have other songs, other names, but I know Trap or Die. So these are like the albums and CDs, yes. Whether you burnt them or you got them from bootleg, Greenbrier, flea markets, these were the mixtapes and albums and everything that introduced us to Jeezy as a solo artist. Because we got him, I guess, initially as a group artist with Boys in the Hood, who were on Bad Boy with the Diddler. Okay. I wish the book would have gave us some more stories about how some of his songs came to be, because we did get a little bit about Can't Tell You Nothing. We did get a couple other songs in there. I think My President is Black was elaborated on, but I wish we got more stories about how collaborations came to be, how maybe the studio was, or how, him and the artist went back and forth. I really want to work with you. I want to work with you. But it took, 5 years. More stories about why certain things were written. Like, you can assume that you know why they did My President is Black, but I don't think he gave us the tea on that. I wish we got more of like some of the rap and the stories that he gave us in these songs, how they came to be. Now, we did get a little bit more about the auntie and the yams that were hidden at her house. Okay. And I know I told y'all, Atlanta and Hawkinsville. I don't want to be that Atlanta person that's all, it's not Atlanta, but it's not. Hawkinsville is 2 hours away. Okay. 2 hours away from Atlanta. I looked it up. Here you go. And actually, I mean, in less than 2 hours, you can be in Alabama. So it's far. It's far from Atlanta. You can be in Alabama, but oddly enough, I'm nosy. He did talk about his auntie a little bit, and I was wondering if, how people do things. I was trying to see if her house was a landmark. Apparently, it's not at the moment. I'm sure maybe if you're down in Hawkinsville and you ask somebody, you know where Jesus' auntie stay? They might tell you. But when I ask Google Maps, she don't know. She don't know. She don't know. He did talk about how him and DJ Drama came to be affiliated and associated. It's funny because like we talk about The Voice, him and DJ Drama both have those iconic, notable voices. He mentioned a couple of notable, well-known recording studios in and around Atlanta, and how he had made a few songs there or how he had collaborated there, things like that. But he didn't really give us a lot about the hits and how we got them. You know what I'm saying? How they came to be. And Jeezy got hits. Jeezy got the hits. Okay. As I'm saying that song, Jesus like the, Jesus like the, came into my head. But he has the hits, and I don't think he really elaborated on it, or did he? I don't know, but he did talk about some other connections within Atlanta, and I'm sure they helped his rap career become what it became. But he talked about BMF specifically. He talked about Big Meech, spending time with them, and the people tell the stories of, I don't know the full story, but people say that helped his career, but also they say that BMF had their own artists that they were you know, trying to get famous, and maybe they were trying to convince Jeezy to be one of those artists, to come over to their side. But BMF in Atlanta is a thing, just like Jeezy in Atlanta is a thing. And the point is their paths crossed here in Atlanta. Of course, Jeezy mentioned Magic City, because what true Atlanta rapper can tell a story without talking about the city of magic that is known as Magic City? So he talked about, I don't know if he talked specifically about Magic City Monday, but he was on a song called Magic City Monday. So guess he getting to the money on a Magic City Monday. Good for him. Good for him. But overall, y'all, I like the book. It was an easy read. It's not a long book at all. I read this book or listened to this book specifically on Audible because it was Jeezy telling the story or reading the book. I wanted to hear his voice. I wanted to hear him say the things and, whatever. I wanted to hear those inflections and things like that. So I really appreciated listening to it on Audible and hearing Jeezy himself tell the story. I feel like he is a storyteller, and that he could rap, he could do the weather, he could do the news, or be reading children's stories, and people would listen. Okay, people would listen, and they would be moved. Like I said, I if the book is not a memoir, what is it? I guess it's just some motivational stories. I It did. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that there were certain things that would have made it a little better, a little jazzier. He never talked about like baby mamas, true romances that he's had in his life. He didn't even talk about Jeannie Mai. He didn't talk about, how he became a father, which I assume stereotypically may have been at a young age, and how that might have shaped and changed how he, moved in the world. You know what I'm saying? Is that when you decide to be like, you know what, I can't sell drugs forever, and I want to live for this child as long as possible. So maybe I need to try to do something different. Hey, you think they hiring for rappers? You think I can qualify? That type of thing. He didn't really talk about that. Like I said, I wish I would have got more of the stories and details about some of the stuff that happened, like once he was famous, once he was Young Jeezy. Because not a lot, but quite a bit of the book was when he was just Jay. He was still, I ain't gonna say just Jay, but his first name is Jay. So a lot of the story is about Jay. And I guess, truthfully, Jesus might have another book in him. Okay? He could have another book in him. He could elaborate. Maybe that would be the book that I was like kind of hoping for or would look forward to. He could elaborate on some of these things, like, some of his greatest hits and how they came to be. He could do a book like that. I don't know what you call that kind of book, but it's not fiction. So I guess it's nonfiction. I think sometimes we give nonfiction such a heavy, it's got to be something heavy, But I guess that's a nonfiction book, child. He could definitely do that. He could tell us a little bit more about, how things have gone for him 23 in 2023 and 24. Okay. Because we know in the description it says father. Oh, sorry. In the description it says husband. And he no longer is a husband out here in these streets. He is just a father for sure. He did talk about the origin story of his infamous snowman, Jeezy the Snowman, but Jeezy had the snowman like from the very beginning. I'm trying to think, was it even in Boys in the Hood? I don't know, but so literally, there is a snowman and he has a snarl, a snarl on his face, but it was Jeezy the Snowman because of drugs. I don't want to dress it up too much, but because of drugs, Jeezy was a snowman. But that was his like mascot. I don't know what else to call it other than the mascot. That was his mascot. So it was kind of what he was known for, and taking it back to him and Kanye, or Kanye. His mascot when he first came out was that little teddy bear. Now I don't know the teddy bear name or nothing like that, but I associated that teddy bear with him for a long time. I think it wasn't even until 808 and Heartbreak that he, won't really see the teddy bear no more. Last time I saw the teddy bear, I think, was it North dressed up as the bear for Halloween or something? I don't know, but Jesus Snowman. So he was a rapper that had like a mascot of sorts, and I don't really think right now in this moment, I can't think of anybody else that has that sort of thing other than Kanye. And other rappers and artists have things, but it's not the same. I guess you could say Drake has the owls, but we didn't really associate Drake and the owls until later. That became a thing. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't a thing right off the bat. Master P and them had the tanks. They was trying to be the army, all that stuff. 2 Chainz. He always had well, I don't know about always, but if I see those 2 gold chains, that's gonna make me think of 2 Chainz. Did Ludacris have like a mascot or something at one point? I don't think he did. If there was a point in time where Ludacris and afros, it was like a big ass afro. I don't know. But Ludacris and afros for sure. The baby at one point had a baby in a diaper. It was like a grown man in a diaper, but the baby had the baby in a diaper. Rick Ross used to do the double R's, but Rick Ross be stealing. He got that from Rolls Royce, if I'm not mistaken. Rose be stealing too, child. I gotta read his stories. I think one of his books is called Hurricanes or something like that. I definitely need to read his book. And after reading Jesus' book, it makes me want to read more of these autobiographical type books and memoirs. I'm going to read more of the stories that these people that are like pop culture, hip hop have written out, because why not? Because why not? Yeah, but Jeezy and his snowman are well known, and he don't always you know, the Snowman, he kind of got away from that for a time. Like when he was trying to be international and stuff, he did get away from it a little bit. But I don't think he can't get away from it for real, for real. I don't think he can get away from it. I definitely feel like you should read this book. Like I said, I think Jeezy has another book even in him, and I would read that one. And he can make it either that nonfiction book that I was talking about, or how about he tell us what's going on now, give us the tea, but make it a fictional book, okay? You can have it be a fictional book based on a true story, okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see the vision? Let me know down in the comments if you can see the vision. You see where I'm coming from, okay? Because I would read it, okay? I would read it, really read it. Let me think about Jeezy and maybe my favorite songs from Jeezy, because I don't even know how to like wrap it up. I feel like I don't have a favorite album per se or anything like that. I just am a Jeezy fan. I like Jeezy for what it's worth. I don't always like the person and the things that they do, but the rapper and most of his music, I like it. I like it. I think My President is Black with Jay-Z. It just stands out. I'm going to call it monumental. I'm going to call it monumental, iconic, all those things, kind of like the president that they were talking about. Okay. So it's an awesome song. I love So Icy. All these girls are excited. Oh, they like it. I was sad that him and Gucci wasn't getting along. Like, what? Y'all got beef? Y'all got this hit song? I'm so icy. The way people are making albums with others in 2023, 24, like post COVID, the two of them could have did an album maybe 10 years ago, before all this, before all the drama and stuff. They could have did an album. They could have been Drake 21 Savaging it up, Drake Futuring it up, that type of thing. They could have did an album. I would have loved that. I don't see it happening. Don't see it happening for real today, but they could have made an album. And then this is a song that I don't even know. I can't even tell you where to go find it other than like YouTube or something. I can't tell you what album or mixtape it came from. But Jeezy and Lloyd have a song. This was Jeezy trying to be on some halfway grown and sexy, because it's grown and ratchet more than anything. It's grown and ratchet. It ain't really sexy, but the beat and everything, having Lloyd sing on the song, it's sexy enough. You know what I'm saying? It can definitely make it to your playlist. Okay, we about to smash playlist. Okay, I'm trying to encourage smashing playlists. If you have that, it can definitely go on there. But it's Tear It Up by Lloyd, and it's vulgar. It's vulgar, so I won't give you no renditions right now, but go listen to it, and then you come back and let me know what you think. Is it playlistable? Okay, because it is. I wonder, because Jeezy is getting older, like we said, maturing and things like that. I don't want no 444 from Jeezy. Okay, I don't want that. Jay-Z did it. Good for him. I'll take a 444 from somebody like a LL Cool J. I will take it even from Nas, and I think Nas is giving us that anyway a little bit, but I don't want that from Jeezy. I would take it from T.I. a little bit before I would take it from Jeezy. And I know Jeezy said he owned half the West Side, but T.I., who also, I guess, owns the other half of the West Side, at least I could see some of T.I.'s things coming to be. T.I. tried to have scales down on Ralph McGill back in the day. It didn't last, but he tried. It was more like of an upscale restaurant. But now he got a trap museum. He got the trap cafe, and I see Bankhead Seafood. It's almost done. Like, it looks good, and the food last time I had it was delicious. Now I ain't seen the little food truck lately, but that's okay. They working on the building. They bringing you back to the building. So, and then he has a whole apartment complex, and he's going to add like a grocery store. I see the moves that T.I. is making on the west side. So, Jeezy, if you ever hear this, I hear that you own, half the west side. Can you do something with it? Can you do something with it? Can you make something happen? Okay, because T.I. is showing out. Okay, he is showing out for the West Side. Yeah, so I would even take like a 444-esque album from T.I. And I don't think we're gonna get that from him either. You might get a book from T.I. before you get a 444 album. And speaking of books and T.I., I just realized T.I. got a book out there somewhere. He wrote a book from jail, didn't he? I'm gonna have to find it and we gonna have to review it, okay? So back to Jeezy. I don't want a 444-esque album from him, but you know what I would love? You know what I would love? And he can make the book to accommodate it. Some kind of like commentary to go with the album. A greatest hits album from Jeezy. I would love it. I would love it. It's Jeezy's greatest hits. Jesus' greatest hits. Jesus' greatest hits. I would love Jesus' greatest hits. I would love Jeezy favorites. I would love something like that. Jeezy, make your money, honey. Okay? I'm going to spend it. Give us a greatest hits. I would love that. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of best of album. I think that would be awesome. But overall, I do recommend this book. I recommend you at least listen to it on Audible. Hear it in Jeezy's voice. Hear Jeezy's words in Jeezy's voice and listen to it. I did realize that he does not list a ghostwriter on here, which, hey, if he wrote it all, I'm proud of him because, a lot of folks use and need ghostwriters, but no ghostwriter is listed or given credit at least. So maybe every word is Jesus' word, okay? And he said, don't question why I became a rapper or a writer. Girl, mind your business, okay? Give me the album and I will, okay? So I definitely suggest you listen to the book on Audible and let me know down below what your favorite Jeezy song is, if you have one, okay? Jeezy really makes songs for the club and that type of thing, but for riding out, for, most of his stuff is kind of upbeat, good mood, even though, he might be talking about a little bit of anything, okay? It is called Trap or Die. It is called trap music, all right? So it could be a little bit about anything, but Jeezy got the hits, like I said. Jeezy got the hits, and I feel like he got a hit of sort with this book. It's like, I agree with the ratings. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 stars. Not bad. Not bad. And it's his first attempt at a book. Not bad at all. So, y'all, I want y'all to do me a favor. Please like and share this video. And if you have read the book, let me know down below what you think. What do you think about the book? Did you think it was worth a read? Did you think it was worth a listen? Okay, because the book was good to be listened to. I do think if I read it, I would have tried to read it in Jesus' voice anyway. I think that just happens naturally, but the book is definitely worth getting into. Also, after you leave a comment about your favorite Jesus song, let me know what other person, what other person's book that I should read. I was about to say artist, but it don't have to be an artist. Let me know what other person's book that I should read that is, amongst the same like hip hop, pop culture-esque thing. So it don't have to be hip hop per se, but pop, R&B, that type of vibe. Faith Evans has an autobiography that I probably would get into. Okay, probably get into that. Who else do I know that off the top of my head? Well, I guess you guys will find out next time. So please come back. Like I said, like and share the video. And happy reading, everybody. Bye.